Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to check out the new dungeon, the DREAD CELLAR. I'm on my Solo Nightblade. You will find the link to the build in the description. It's on alcasthq.com, like most other builds. And of course, we will put the dungeon guides also on ESO Hub. If you want to know what kind of sets drop in both dungeons that will be released with the Waking Flame DLC, I will also put this here into the description, so you can check it out, as well as all furnishing items. It's all here. I will showcase the build and outfit at the end of the video, but it's basically False God, Mother Sorrow, and Pale Order, in case you're wondering.
This area, if this ambush.
Yeah. So let's see how this goes. Gotta get used to this, because on the other dungeon I run through with my solo Maxor. Which is a little bit different than the Nightblade. Now, I do like the Nightblade because most of the abilities just feel great to use, and the spectral bow is amazing. You can see I barely take damage. That's obviously mostly due to Ring of the Pale Order healing me. And when I use Sap Essence, it also gives me huge healing. So it basically says siphon the vigor from your enemy's blood, dealing 7,448 magic damage to all nearby enemies and healing you and your allies for 2.3k. Plus 20% for more. Plus 20% more for each enemy hit. So I have so many healing abilities. Swallow Soul 2, Spectral Bow also heals me. There's just so much healing in this build. Kinda hard to die. Obviously you're not safe from one-shots. One-shots will still kill you. False God gives me the juicy sustain I need. Nothing really can go wrong. Little bit different on bosses, obviously. Okay, dodge roll this. Dodge rolling is always a very effective way to avoid damage. Dodge rolling is basically the best damage mitigation you get because it's at the 100%. Obviously you avoid the damage, but yeah. Gotta use my shield from time to time. I do use the expensive potions at the moment, by the way. The spell, Drought. You don't need these. And I use a long and pacey with melon sauce. I just use these because I always have them in my inventory. But they give Major Sorcery and Major Prophecy. We already do have that. Inner Light gives us Major Prophecy and Sap Essence gives us Major Sorcery. So you could just use normal potions, right? With this setup. Not a problem at all. So this here is the first boss, Scorion Broodlord. So I went through the dungeon already with a group of 4 on vet. Let's actually see how this goes solo. Always make sure to keep your sustain tools active. Killing off all the ads. Let's reapply our buffs while she's relocating. Now we gotta kill the stone. Yeah, okay, that's not too hard. If she actually manages to drain that, she will heal and deal more damage for the duration. Dodge roll the heavy attack, otherwise you might get one-shotted, and now I can't do anything. So here it is actually important and good to have Payloader, because as long as we keep damage abilities active, we still heal, even though we don't do any like direct damage or use our abilities. Because we can't really avoid that drain thing she does. Yep. Bon appetit, huh? Let's kill that guy because he's very annoying. Now the cool thing about ads in this fight is, or like with any boss, if there is ads, you know you will have decent sustain. Okay, we gotta hurry. Oh, I'm not hitting the fucking... Yeah, that sucks. Now she's enraged. I couldn't tap target. Very frustrating. Tap target did not work. Okay, now she's like very angry. Okay, I just gotta use AoE abilities because I can't target that shitty stone. No problem. Okay, let's just finish her off. There we go. See ya. Why do I loot them on the public test server? Lol. So yeah, I should have used my consuming trap a little bit better on the trash mobs. Because consuming trap is another ability that helps with my sustain. Which gives me back 7k magic on a dead mob, which is insane. Anyway, let's keep moving. Use a shield or block. Or dodge roll. Often ads use gap closers or abilities that stun you on the first hit, which is very frustrating. So like blocking when you engage or just doing a dodge roll a second after you engage is usually very helpful. Okay. That was not very smart. I think this red stuff killed me. I think it... Nah, it doesn't one-shot, it takes away like half the health. That was stupid! But anyway. Dodge roll the heavy attack. I should have just moved further here, because that was really bad. So the cool thing about the shade is also that it applies minor maim, so it actually reduces the enemy's damage by 5%. Not a lot, but still better than nothing. So here I block a little bit while I spam Sap Essence. Now I dodge roll the heavy attack. And use my ulti to stun the enemies. Not really needed. Oh my god. That stuff hurts. I really gotta be careful. This is usually also an indication that this mechanic will be present on the next boss fight. They always try to teach you mechanics before the boss fight, so it's like, hey, here, look at this. This might happen, so you get used to it already. And you will probably still die to it on the boss. It's just how things are. Sip of water. Let's see. Guys keep peeking behind corners. Next up we have Cyronin. I actually gotta use tri-stat pots here. I usually get them from daily login rewards. Because he has an ability that goes through shields. So either you're super fast at healing. Okay, he hit me with the heavy attack there. Or you gotta dodge roll it. It's probably the most difficult boss in here. Because he has so many abilities that stun you. My potion was bugged there, super weird. Anyway, I will also keep my ultimate. I might not even have the pot ready because I used it low. You can't interrupt this heavy attack either, so you gotta dodge roll it. These small mobs are nice though, because they refill my false god and I can use consuming thread. Okay, now he's gonna drain all these things. One dodge roll, two dodge roll. Okay, there we go. I think I'm desynced. Another dodge roll, let's stun all these guys. Okay, easy. Gotta be careful with the dodge roll because at some point cost increases. Maybe I gotta take a hit. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that next time, let's see. Might be easier to time that. And you see, the moment my siphoning spells runs out, I reapply it instantly. Because every second is basically downtime on sustain. If I had the full damage build, I could probably burst through him before a second phase happens. Okay. There we go. Dodge of the heavy attack. So you see, without my like 18k stamina, I will probably not survive this fight. Let's just burst him down now. Die. Oh shit. Ho ho! You sometimes can dodge roll the red stuff. But usually it actually kills off half your health. I was surprised not to die there. Sustain is great though on this setup, like There's so many options where we can get Magicka. I don't really need to do a lot of heavy attacks. That is actually really cool. Let's see, let's just pull everything. Okay, I'm stuck. Great. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's what I tried to do. My bar didn't swap. Sometimes it's really annoying when you press a button and it just doesn't register. They're all dead.
Torturous energies are much stronger down here.
Let's keep moving. Gotta get to the last boss. Last boss here looks really cool, by the way.
You can explain it to the Spire Council, in case you neglected to inform them.
I have so much leeching abilities. Pretty cool. Always get health from somewhere too. Spectral bow just feels juicy when you press the button. I think we are at end boss already. This is a cool intro scene.
The Daedra are pouring their energy into that machine. Over there as well. Lucilla and I will hold them back. Stop that thing!
Stop that thing, okay. My NPCs, see ya! No, they're actually helping me over there. Let's do this. This one is actually quite difficult. You really gotta make sure to dodge this heavy attack, otherwise it one-shots you. There will also be portals. Just a lot of abilities. This boss fight is really cool though. Now these scamps are actually a blessing. Okay. I didn't pay attention to the boss for 1 second and he actually cuts him in half. Crazy. That's how fast you can die. Let's try again. Oopsie. I'll just keep using these potions. I probably could have shielded, but I didn't expect him to do the heavy attack. He just did it. Oh well. Go again. Not dying would be a disappointment, obviously. So here I could keep using my incap, but I can also save my soul tether for extra healing if I really need it.
This is but a taste of the scorching deadlands.
Let me just use it, whatever. You almost dodged roll too soon, that could have killed me. I think my... Okay, now he's going into roleplay. So we gotta go into the portal. And here we gotta kill this as fast as possible. Like a true Nightblade. Use Spectral Bow first and then use the ultimate. Not how you should do it. Let me do a heavy attack. Oh, my little scam friends are coming, nice. Careful of the heavy attack. Could have killed me. Now, if you're using like these things hurt so much, it's insane. Always try to apply dots before you use Soul Harvester in cap. So they all get the damage boost and then wait for the Spectral Bow to be ready. Oh ho! Oh my god, that was close. That could have killed me.
Into the earth's fiery maw.
Hey, it's another portal, sure.
Use this portal to reach it before the
Turtle.
Digger recovers.
That's a lot of spiders. I'm just gonna set that sense. There we go.
Power. Use this to get back.
As you see now, I just use the tri-stat potions. Because they're very strong and I don't need any of the prophecy or sorcery buffs. Dodge throw. Maybe kill a scam. Another one. Got to keep up more of my buffs. Oh. I really gotta just keep looking at the boss. Because every time I take my eyes away from him, he almost does a heavy attack. Does the heavy attack. The hard mode is also insane on this fight, by the way. Die! Voila. Seals of Endeavor, okay. Funny.
So long as this awful place remains, what's to say they won't try again?
Like I mentioned before, the build can be found on alcasthq's Solo Magic and Nightblade setup. I also put the link in the
I'll
description.
see that you're rewarded for cleaning up Martis's.
Well, well, well. And by the way, there is 6 different portals, if I recall correctly, and this dungeon also does have some secrets. We will showcase that stuff once I showcase the veteran video, basically.
What it means to be a part of the Spire.
Boss dead! Little bit of gold, Blackwood Legate. Or is it because they're testing a vet? Yeah, probably. So let me quickly go over the setup. Like I said, False God is a must-have for me on most builds. It just makes sustain so easy. Because every time enemy dies it gives you 2.4k Magicka. And you get minus Slayer, you get a lot of spell crit, spell damage. It's great, like it's a really good set. Then I have the second, Mother Sorrow. You could also run Medusa here. They're all viable. I just like to use the Mother Sorrow False God combo. It's also easier to get Medusa as a pain in the ass to farm. Pale Order. Really good. If you're good at dealing damage, then this will heal you for a buttload, 20% of the damage done. If you're not that good at dealing damage, you could use a companion as a healer. Right. Because this ring will obviously only heal you if you deal damage. So if you keep your damage or time effects active, you constantly keep dealing damage and so on. Otherwise, no damage, no heals. Then here I have 2 fire staves. Infuse weapon damage, sword magic, enchant. Basically what's on the build, right? You can go full bloodthirsty or 2 arcane, 1 bloodthirsty. Doesn't matter that much. And 1 piece smart mother to get more stamina magicka. Like I mentioned before, the tri-set buff foot is actually very helpful here. Gives you like enough stamina to dodge roll plenty of attacks or just block them, shield and block them, also work. And then you can use spell power pots or just like crown tricep potions. Everybody has enough of these anyways. Because We get the two most important buffs, Major Sorcery from Sap Essence. If you use it, you just gotta use it every 20 seconds. And Major Prophecy from Inner Light, which we have on the bar here. Champion points, they're also on the website down here. Different setups for 180, 300, 1230, 1560 and so on. It's all here. Skills, Harness Magicka to shield. I put the life-saving abilities here on the front bar, that's why I have this. You can put this on the back bar too, whatever floats your boat. Merciless Resolve, our Spectral Bow. It has a lot of secondary effects like extra healing, extra crit damage and so on. Swallow Soul, our spammable, which also deals good damage and heals you for a lot. Sap Essence, AoE ability, and once again deals damage and heals you. Inner Light, mostly to get Major Prophecy, and also gives us 7% max Magicka, 5% from the ability alone. While slotted, your max magic is increased by 5%. And when you go to Mage's Guild, Magicka Controller gives you another 2%. Because you have a skill slotted from the Mage's Guild. Incap. So I get quite a lot of questions always about why do you use Incap over Soul Harvest? So ultimate scale of whatever stats is higher. So right now I have higher spell damage, so it will scale off spell damage. Yes, you lose the Magicka penetration, but these are like similar, like Sauce tries to standardize penetration. So it really doesn't matter, you don't really deal less damage with this, because the damage is just the cherry on the top, right? The reason why we use this ability is so we get 20% more damage for all your attacks for 6 seconds. Really good. And while slotted, you gain the Reef, which restores 100 magic and stamina when you deal damage with a light or heavy attack. So it's another ability that helps us with the sustain. Back bar, Blockade, like always, very strong ability. Dark Shade, another AoE damage over time effect. Also applies minor maim to enemies, so they do 5% less damage. Elemental Drain decreases the enemy's resistance, so you do more damage and gives you minor Magicka steal, which increases your sustain again. Siphoning attacks heals you for a little bit and also increases your sustain by a lot. Consuming Trap, damage over time effect, single target, and it restores me 7.4k Magicka and 3.6k stamina per kill. Insane. You have seen before when I killed the scamp, my Magicka went from half to almost full. Before a lot of things are going, right? It's crazy. And Soul Tether, this is mostly here as a backup because it also heals me per second the more enemies I hit. So it can be helpful. You can use anything here, like you could use the Deathroot if you want. Whatever floats your boat. So the main takeaway or the most important thing is resource management is king, right? That's always what I look at. So how can I sustain? You have Reef, buttload of sustain. You get Consuming Trap. You have Siphoning attacks. You have the Elemental Drain. You have False God. You have your Potion that you can pop. You have more sustained passives in the champion points perks. And you can still do a heavy attack if you really need to. There's just so much things tied together. Really good. And the reason why I like to use Tri-Stat Food is just so I can dodge roll a lot more. I can block, shield. Yeah. So, yeah, for more details, check out the website. It's all there. Let's go check out the outfit real quick. I really do like the Solo Nightblade build. Same as the Solo Max Orc. These are like my two favorites. Hey, here we are. First off, let's see. Skin. I use the Meridian Purified. You get this from Depths of Malatar. Personality, Deadlands, Firewalker. This actually has a cool Doom emote. Very cool. I will also put all the collectibles and so on into the description. Because on ESO Hub, we are actually working on also like Deadlands. That you can already check all the styles, and the collectibles are also slowly showing up. Let's see, Deadlands, Firewalker, yeah. And if you want, you can actually already upload images for stuff like that. So for I uploaded the Shadow Rend, Shield Style, and Ox Shadow Rend here already, so people actually can see how it looks like. Same with different skins and so on. So you can search for anything and it will pop up pretty much. Valley Dref. Armor set, outfit styles, so you could actually upload that if you want. Whatever floats your boat. There's a lot of things. And obviously we're not done, we will like create a whole fashion section on ESO Hub where people also can upload their own characters. So what do I wear here? A Velkinar hat, Dragongar epaulets, then this here are just I think yeah, Sunspire hands, Velkinar breeches, Velkinar robe, Velkinar sash, Velkinar shoes, Velkinar stuff. The colors I used was Void Pitch and Marsh Nettle Titan. This is a new one, yeah. That's pretty much the whole outfit, I really like it. Wings and the feathers also make it. Once again, check out alcasthq.com. You can find all the builds there. I always update them every patch. There's also a lot of beginner guides. Damage dealer, tanking here, beginning guides. There's a lot of basic guides, class guides. I also made a whole section on how to solo. Buff food potions, how healing, shielding, damage mitigation works, resource management. Because these are all things that usually people don't really understand, especially when playing solo. So it looks easy when I do it, but when you try it yourself, it's kind of tough. That's mostly, once you understand these key mechanics, then you will easily manage to do it. I also put a few things down here that you can check out. So yeah, check out alcasthq, check out ESO Hub. There is so, like, we're slowly building kind of like a wiki-like experience here. We're constantly adding more things. We also do have the Dwemer Automaton, which is a Discord bot. That is active, I think, on... I think over 20,000 Discords. Yeah, almost 21k servers. And you can use it for pretty much anything. Price of items, or if you want to check out the set. He will always post things. And we are also building it out constantly. Basically the AI of ESO Hub. Anyway, I talked long enough. Make sure not to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Cheers.